Big news in the 2022 scene. Beto O'Rourke has a huge endorsement. He was just endorsed by Harry Styles, the pop singer, which means that Beto O'Rourke has an absolute lock on the men who wear dresses vote. Birds of a feather flock together, so it is no surprise that Beto, who has been known to don some ladies' garments now and again, would have a lock on Harry Styles, who I think has entirely stopped wearing pants, only wears dresses. No surprise also that Harry Styles would endorse Beto. Harry Styles is a huge lib. He is a big gun control proponent. He's done work with Everytown, which is one of the left-wing gun control groups. He's worn a pride flag as clothing, and now he's supporting Beto. Okay, does this really move the needle very much? I don't know. I don't live in Texas. I have a lot of friends from Texas, and I don't think an endorsement from Harry Styles is exactly going to swing that race. You're seeing a lot of desperation out of that race, in particular because Beto now is just a multi-election loser. He was a pretty much unremarkable member of the House of Representatives. Then he runs for president and loses. And he was so celebrated when he launched his campaign, glossy covers of Vanity Fair, and then he went absolutely nowhere. Then he decided he was going to run against Ted Cruz for the Senate in Texas. That, again, didn't go anywhere. Now he's running for governor. It just looks sad. It looks really, really sad. The people just don't want him. Right now, you got to go to establishedtitles.com/Knowles, because I tell you, there was a period when I felt like I wasn't getting no respect. No respect, I tell you. And then that all changed thanks to Established Titles. Now, I am Lord Michael Knowles, and you can be a lord or a lady as well. You can get the respect that you deserve. All you need is a 1 square foot plot of land in Scotland. Established Titles is a project based on an historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds, or lords and ladies in English. In your title pack, you will be bestowed with at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, plus an official certificate with a crest. Your certificate features a unique plot number with which you can see the exact location of your land. Title packs from Established Titles are a fun and unique gift for any occasion. There are even couple packs, because you don't want to be a lord and then your poor wife doesn't get to be a lady. With your certificate, you could officially add the prefix lord or lady to your credit cards, plane tickets, even your dating profiles. Plus, Established Titles commits to preserving the woodlands not only in Scotland, but around the planet. They've got partnerships with global charities like One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to help with our afforestation efforts. And for every order they receive, a tree is planted. Established Titles told me, get this, the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my exclusive link will receive a plot within a few walking minutes of mine. That's right. So depending on how many of you want to become a lord or a lady, we can build our own kingdom. And that will be wonderful, and it will be run with an iron fist. Established Titles is actually running a massive sale right now. If you use code Knowles, you'll get on top of that an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/Knowles. Get your gifts right now and help support the channel. Speaking of narrative, the Democrats are losing control of the narrative. And I think Beto and a lot of the other Dems are headed for defeat in November because the Democrat policies are failing. The narrative is not matching reality. People are catching on to that, and the Democrats have no answers. There was such an embarrassing moment yesterday at the White House. Poor Karine Jean-Pierre, hardest job in the world, and she's not up to it even if it weren't the hardest job in the world. Karine Jean-Pierre was asked about the gas prices, because you see, the Biden administration took a lot of credit when the gas prices went down. But what happens when gas prices go up again?
You've said the president was responsible for gas prices coming down. Is the president responsible for gas prices going up?
So it's a lot more nuance than that, right? Peter, you know this.
You know this, Peter. There's a lot. When good stuff happens, it's very simple. We're responsible. When bad stuff happens, though, Peter, it's very nuanced and complicated. This is pretty sad. This is what happens when you hear this, especially in academia. Whenever these eggheads in academia don't have an answer for something, they say, well, it's very problematic. It's problematic and nuanced. You see, there's so many sides to this issue. No, well, what is it? Either the president is responsible for gas prices or he's not. You could even say that gas prices are complicated and the president has some influence over them, but doesn't have total influence over them. You could say that world events dictate gas prices much more than the president, but the president still can do certain things to, fine, whatever. But what you can't say is that the president is responsible when the prices go down, but not responsible when the prices go up. You just can't say that. Either the president affects gas prices or not, the degree to which he affects them is the same when the prices go up and when the prices go down. But they have no answer for that. And so they just keep spinning their wheels. I don't think that persuades anybody. Speaking of pushing these narratives, speaking of everything, every single thing becoming super duper gay, we have got a trailer for this movie that my producers insist that I watch. It's called Bros. It's a movie. It didn't do very well, apparently, at the box office on opening weekend. It's apparently very, very gay. The producers want to know if I should review this movie, give an actual proper review. We'll take a look at the trailer together. You tell me if we should review the movie. The rest of the show is continuing now. You don't want to miss it. If you're not a member, click the link in the description and join us.